Alright, what's up you guys? I'm going to be doing an updated gaming laptops video now. This is going to be for 2014. I did one last year for 2013, and I figured, I might as well make a more updated one for you guys, and give you guys a few more options as to some laptops you can choose, and also provide you guys with some links that will help you if you're looking for a more expensive laptop that's going to have a little bit more power. So I've chosen just three laptops, or three main kind of cheap laptops. The first one I chose is $630, the second one is $800, and the third is $1,200. So I'm basically going to give you guys an overview of each of these laptops and tell you guys the processor, the graphics card, and kind of give you an idea of what games you'll be able to play with each of these laptops. So I'm going to start off with the cheapest laptop, or the cheapest option, which is $630, and I really wouldn't recommend spending this little money on a gaming laptop, just because you don't really want to cheap out on it if you're looking to play a few games, because it's not going to be able to play every game. It won't be that bad, but I definitely recommend spending a little bit more, or just getting a desktop if you're looking to play games on the computer. But anyways, the processor that this one has, it's an Acer laptop, and it's got 6 gigabytes of memory and a 500 gigabyte hard drive, and the processor is Intel 4th generation Core i5, and it's only clocked at 1.6 gigahertz. It has a turbo boost up to 2.6, and I believe it is only a dual core processor, so definitely doesn't have that much power, but for playing kind of low end games, you definitely won't have a problem with it. And for the graphics card for this computer, it has the Intel HD graphics for 4400, which a lot of people think is really bad, and it's really not that bad. You can still play most games on about medium settings, considering you're only going to be able to play on 720p, because the screen is only up to 1366 by 768 resolution, which is a little bit of a downside, but then again, you'll be able to up the settings on some of your games when you're playing at 720p. But you should be able to play most games that came out within the last year, probably on low to medium settings. But again, I really wouldn't recommend spending this little money on a gaming laptop unless you're really not going to be playing any high-end games, and you're only really going to be playing, a few games on like low to medium settings. But anyways, that's the first laptop. Again, all these links will be in the description for you guys to check out if you do want to get some more info on them, or if you want to purchase it or whatever. So on to the second laptop. This one is $809. It is a Toshiba laptop. It's got 8 gigabytes of RAM and a 1 terabyte hard drive. I definitely recommend going with at least a 1 terabyte hard drive, just because games nowadays take up so much space, and I really don't think a 500 gigabyte hard drive will suffice. So I would recommend upgrading to a 1 terabyte if your laptop only has 500 gigabytes like the previous one. But anyways, the processor this one has is a it is a 4th generation Intel Core i7, and its clock rate is or its clock speed is 2.4 gigahertz, which is definitely an improvement on the last one. It's only about $170 more. And it's also got 8 gigabytes of RAM, which I would recommend getting. You don't technically need 8 gigabytes, but it is going to be better for multitasking and things like that. And as far as the graphics card goes, it has the NVIDIA GeForce GT 740M, and this is a pretty good mobile graphics card. You should be able to play most games that came out within the last year or so on probably, I'd say, medium to possibly high settings. I really wouldn't say you could play most games on high settings, but definitely medium settings at least. And this will be good for anyone who's going to play, I don't know, any games like, Fallout will work well on this. You may be pushing it with Skyrim, but you could probably play it on like low to medium settings. But any game really like that, any game that came out within the last like 2 years or so, you should be able to play on medium settings. So if you're looking to only spend under $1,000, this would be definitely a good option to go with. You could probably find one that's a little bit more expensive, about $900, that has a little bit higher specs, but this is definitely a good value, and definitely a decent laptop. So for the third laptop, I chose an MSI 17.3-inch laptop. This one also has 8 gigabytes of memory and a 1 terabyte hard drive. So the processor is an Intel 4th generation Core i7. Just like the other laptop, except for this one has a clock rate of 3.2 gigahertz with turbo boost up to 3.4. So this is going to give you a significant boost in power from the both of the other laptops, and it also has a 1080p display. So if you're looking to play games at 1080p, this is definitely going to be a good laptop to go with, and it's also not too expensive. It definitely is, $200 over $1,000, but if you're looking to spend that much money on a gaming laptop, this is definitely a good option. Now, the graphics card is an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 770 mobile graphics card, which is definitely a good graphics card. You should be able to play most games on high settings. I'd say almost every game on high settings. It also has 3 gigabytes of dedicated video memory, which is definitely a huge plus side and will help a lot with playing bigger games that have to render a lot of a lot of maps or whatever. And this is definitely a good laptop to go with if you're looking to spend a lot of money. Now, I'm also going to leave a link down in the description that'll link you to some Alienware computers, because those are really the highest end, one of the highest end kind of gaming laptops that you can get for not. I mean, they are very expensive, but they still do have a lot of power to them and still are able to play a lot of games. So that's basically it for this video, you guys. All the links will be down in the description. Comment below if you guys have any questions about anything, and hopefully I can answer them for you. That's really it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.